The time you've spent away from your craft was necessary for you to realize how badly you needed it. I know I can't be the only person that's taken some time away from something that they really wanted to do because they felt like they couldn't do it, like other things were more important, that it wasn't going to pan out the way that they wanted to. And that's completely acceptable because a lot of these creative projects, a lot of these creative jobs, there's not really a path, I guess you would say. A lot of it is it's a lot of luck, skill, and determination, discipline. Discipline's a big one. Y'all really need to discipline is a big one because of something like that, where it's not a job where you can just go to school or take courses and then from there you just move on to the next step and the next step and the next step. Some of the most complicated jobs are the most prestigious jobs in the world. There's a path to them. There's a path. You know what you're doing. What it ends up coming down to is time. It's like you have to go to school for this many years, wait this long, but you know that it's a guarantee at the end. With a lot of creative jobs, most of the time, especially our parents, their generations, they drilled it into everybody's head that this wasn't a real job. They drilled it into your head that you weren't going to be successful, you weren't going to make money, that you're always going to be starving. And that's ridiculous. They need to be, I'm sorry, they need to be held accountable for that. There are generations of people that need to be held accountable for destroying the creativity of the generations after that. And I don't think they realized that they did that. They turned it into an impossible task. They turned it into this thing that would just not be real. And then you have generations of people that were born with creative energy and born with the want and need to do this, being told that it was not possible. And that created just a line of depressed people that were just looking for that validation somewhere else, and they were never going to find it. And y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for doing that to people. I'm sorry, you really should have. You should be ashamed of yourselves for doing that. But that time away, that time that you took, whether it be because you got in your own head, if it was because someone else told you not to, just understand that that is part of your path. And I say it all the time, this is a marathon, not a race. All of us have a different journey to go on, even if we want to reach the same goal. So understand that time away was necessary. It really was genuinely necessary for you to become the creative person that you are meant to be by the end of your life, okay? Just remember that. This was all part of the plan. Don't be so down on yourself, and don't tell yourself that you've spent too much time, you wasted too much time. It's ridiculous. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You'll be ready when it's time for you to be ready. But when you're ready, you need to stay disciplined. Believe in yourself. You're not going to be motivated every single day. Motivation doesn't happen every day, but discipline is something that you can control. So just keep that in mind and just know that I believe in you and a lot of other people believe in you, and we've all been through some hard journeys, okay? We've all been through ups and downs. I took a massive chunk of time away from art, and I wish that I didn't, but at the same time, a lot of the things that I learned during that time not only motivated me to come back as strongly as I did, but I learned a lot of skills while I was gone too that I didn't even think that I could actually use in the industry now, and I can. So it gives me an advantage, and I appreciate that. So please don't give up on yourself and keep fighting.